Hey everyone, welcome back to Modern Martial Fitness. Martial arts, why you should be involved. Why is it good for us for more than just self defense? What does it have anything to do with fitness and athleticism? Now, the easy way to put it is well, look at the UFC fighters. They're in shape, right? Yes, but why? What is it about martial artists that make them fit? And a lot of that has to come down with the two major types of exercising, aerobic and anaerobic. Now, aerobic workouts are exercises that can be done over long periods of time, and they're more extensive, say jogging or cycling for long distances, things like that. And anaerobic is just the opposite. They can only be sustained for a minimal amount of time, and they put a lot of stress on the muscles themselves. And this is because of oxygen deprivation. When you're doing an aerobic exercise, your heart has to start working a little bit harder so it can pump the blood and oxygen to your muscles in order to maintain the workload. But you never hit a point where your muscles necessarily start building up a lot of lactic acid, which is a byproduct of ATP usage. And that's just essentially a hormone that allows for energy in the muscles. Um, but your body can process the amount of lactic acid that's being produced very easily and very quickly when you're doing an aerobic exercise that's more mild to moderate. Whereas with anaerobic exercise, you essentially are working to such a degree that your muscles need more oxygen to perform the workload and continue performing the workload than your lungs and heart can provide them. Now, this isn't a scary thing like you're going to pass out or anything when you're working out, but what it means is that's when you're going to start feeling muscular fatigue. You're going to start getting that lactic acid buildup, which is what a lot of people refer to as, burning or cramping sensations in their muscles. And one of the great things about martial arts is it bridges the two. The way martial artists train, especially traditional martial artists, is through the forms and the kata and everything else, you get an actual blend of aerobic and anaerobic exercise. And when we start doing that, we're elevating our body's natural threshold for anaerobic performance. And in doing so, it means we can sustain an anaerobic exercise for a longer period of time. And certain, maybe lighter exercises that once were anaerobic become more of an aerobic workout for us. That's part of, getting stronger and becoming more fit. And that's something that I don't think a lot of people really understand about the martial arts is, oh, they're doing all these, pretty little forms or katas and everything else. And besides the reasoning for them that, equates specifically to the style that they're training in, there's a method to the madness. And part of that is finding that bridge between aerobic and anaerobic exercise and elevating the anaerobic threshold so that way you can perform more strenuous exercise or more strenuous feats over a longer duration of time. And obviously, when you can start doing that, then you can start working out for longer under more stressful conditions, thus promoting even more growth and more progress in whatever it is you're looking to do. And that's one of the things with today's MMA fighters, traditional martial artists. They have that down. That's what they do. That's why you don't see a lot of fighters or martial artists coming out looking like they're completely jacked or ripped like some of these bodybuilders are, or necessarily as big as strongmen or powerlifters. But I bet you in a certain way, if you're looking at overall athleticism, they're just as, if not even more fit than those guys. And that's because the body isn't necessarily going to build, all this perfectly great sculptured defined muscle by finding that bridge and pushing that anaerobic threshold. But what it is doing is not only is it improving muscular strength, but it's also promoting your cardiovascular system and getting that oxygen to the muscles even more efficiently. And this is something that I think everyone should take a look at, and why a lot of older martial artists and, even more other martial artists of today say martial arts is one of the best forms of exercise you can do for yourself, because there's so many avenues that you can go down that can be suited to you, and it can be done with longevity. There's different forms of martial arts and different stages to where you can still find that bridging gap between the two forms of exercise, but continue doing it, maybe just with different intensities throughout your entire life. Even into very old age, you can still be training and still be exercising and still stay healthy and fit. And it's good for your muscles, your shoulder, your shoulder joints, your knees, your ligaments and tendons, and your cardiovascular system, which once that ticks out, that's about it. We don't want that to happen. So this is kind of my self-promotion from a fitness perspective of get out there and get into martial arts. Look it up, find a local dojo, find a local gym, and start training a little bit. It is by far, in my opinion, the best type of fitness you can get into. You might not see these amazing, crazy powerful gains, especially right off the bat, but I promise you, in the long run, for longevity and for long-term health benefits, it's worthwhile. If your kids are looking to get into it, let them. It can only benefit them. And I'm only strictly talking from a fitness perspective, not even all of the other benefits that go along with martial arts, from self-defense and self-confidence and motivation and everything else. There's a whole slew of positives. Just get out there and give it a shot. What's the harm in trying something new? Anyway, that's going to be it for this video. I know it was maybe a little bit of a shorter one, but I just wanted to throw that out there, a little bit of a promotion for the martial arts world. And you guys take it easy and stay tuned for the next one coming here real soon. Cheers.